Good evening, everybody. Who do we have in the house then? Good evening to Zach. Good evening to Luke. Good evening to Taylor and everybody who is quizzing with you tonight. Good evening to the Lunds. Good evening to Leon, Danny and Eddie. Prompt Mill. Good evening to Mark. And good evening to Bryn. And it's good to see that Monkey Crosses is back again tonight. And good evening to Lolly. Good evening to James in the house. When everything's done tonight, make sure you stick around. We've got a couple of exciting things to share with you. Good evening, Paddy. Thanks for coming to join us again. Don't worry, Lolly. You'll always be an evening sweetheart to us as well. Oh, that music means we're getting close. To not wear it would be a crime, Lolly. And so, coming to you live from Lockdown Towers, here is your host for tonight. It's Leigh. Hi everyone. As you can see, we're from an extra special location tonight. You know, given that we've just had such incredible news given to us. I say incredible. Clearly it shows that this is going to be going on for a lot longer than I thought. So, hi, thanks for joining me. To be quite honest, I don't really feel like I want to be here. So I'm going to very quickly transport myself to somewhere that's going to put me in a much better frame of mind. So let's venture over. Where else would we want to be than Disney? So, hi, thanks for joining us again this evening, folks. Obviously, we've got a few more minutes now while people come on in and join us. To give people time to sort of get in and get sorted. So in the description, you should have a link to the answer form, which is a slightly different layout this week to how it normally is. You will see when you load it up that the questions are actually numbered correctly. Question 1 is actually question 1. But the last question is actually the one where I need you to put your name and your team name. And for tonight, please, I would like to ask that you do put your name and your team name. Yes, Lolly, I'm aware you were supposed to have been in Disney, so I thought, why not go there today? Alternatively, I could pretend that it's the point when we were doing up the shop and stick us at a dodgy looking DG when we were stripping it all down and getting it all replastered. This has taken us back a good 3 years nearly now. So yeah, it's changed a lot from this photo. Or alternatively, we can just go back to our roots and we'll go straight back to the outside of DG like we normally do. But you know, lots of varying different backgrounds we can do. But the thing is, I really don't want to mess about with it, purely because I don't want Scott to kill me if I break it again like I did last week. So, after painstakingly fixing it all for me, I don't know if Scott's actually on yet, so I'll have to give him another shout out if he does emerge at some point. But I'd like to thank Scott for painstakingly spending the best part of nearly an hour the other day fixing this for me after I managed to spectacularly wreck it last weekend. So thank you, Scott, if you're watching. So who else have we got then? I'm just quickly checking down my list in front of me. We have got everybody who I'd already said so far. So hi again to all of you guys. Beers in July, Mark. Absolutely. I might even break my... my no drinking again, and I'll join you and have one then as well. Much like I did last week when we celebrated our birthday. Hi, Jane. So we've got Jane Fisher in the house. The next branch is opening in Disney World. Do you know what? I already feel like DG is Disney World. It is a magical place that everyone loves to go to. So, hi to Jane. Oh, hi Jane, Scott here. Hi Scott, on Jane's account. Hi. So yeah, once again, I'm going to point out the fact that Scott is the amazing person who designed this overlay, and he is one of the people who got a special sneak preview into something very exciting that James and I can't wait to share with you all tonight. It's part of our birthday celebrations, and it's something that we are very much looking forward to sharing with everybody. So, I am going to give you all a bit of time to follow that link onto the answer form. You don't have to worry about putting your name or your team name yet. It is the very last question on the form. And also, to make it a little bit different today, I've already pre-put in all of the answers. So at the very end, it will actually score it for you as well. So you can see straight away how well you've done. What we'll do then, we'll have a few minutes to give people time to put their answers in. We'll pull up the scores. We'll go through and see how everybody did. And we'll just have a little bit of a chat again. And then I'll do the massive unveiling that we're going to be doing. So in the meantime, what I'd like to do is make sure you're on that link, getting that answer form up and ready. As I always say, there's absolutely no obligation to pay a £3 table fee. But if you do want to support us in any way, shape or form, if you head over to distinctgaming.co.uk and throw £3 at us, every little helps, because it helps to keep me maintaining my wonderfully rotund stature. Or else, other than that, I just end up starving. But it goes a long way towards helping us as a business, and we appreciate every little bit. And we understand in these testing times, it's not something everybody can always do, but every little bit does help us. So if you can, it's appreciated. If you can't, we're grateful that you're here and joining in with us anyway. And welcome one and all. So, for now, let's don't worry about venturing onto the website just yet. Enjoy the quiz. If you do enjoy it, then you can pop on afterwards. So then, let's have a look at who's on. I'm actually cheating a bit here because I've got one thing set up on the screen in front of me, and I've got my phone accessing the YouTube channel, so I can actually see who's logged on and talking to us. So let's see who we've got. Anybody else who's come in to join us? I've already mentioned Leon. So yes, Lolly, as you can tell, I am wearing the bow tie. It has been customary to wear the bow tie every single time. Yeah, so it's part and parcel of the costume now. It's what it's all about. I mean, James is very right. We are poor. I tried selling my body, but it turns out that was actually worse because I was paying them, and so that made it even worse. So James just said, stop doing it and just get on with doing a quiz instead. Bojang, oh, can you not see him? Right, okay, quick adjustment. He is there. He's just hanging off the screen slightly. There we go. Bobby Bojangles is always there. You just can't always see him. Incidentally, I want to know what you're up to tonight while you're here. What are you eating, drinking, wearing? What are you doing to be part of the quiz tonight? If you head over to the Distinct Gaming community group, post a photo what you're up to, and if you've got a mascot, post a picture of your mascot as well. We always love to see it. Right, what else is crack-a-lacking? Leon, you're right. There is only one monkey on screen, and he's got a mascot. So, right then. Keep shouting up if you are here. I'd love to know who is actually with us. James is wearing his leopard print thong tonight. That's fantastic. Nobody can actually see what's going on below the screen here, so I'm not going to tell you what colour thong I'm wearing. Leopard print. As well, because I like to match. Me and James colour coordinate every time. I'm going to shut up and stop waffling. So, thanks Leon, I'm glad it's better. Who else have we got in tonight then? Shout up, let's see you all. And if you haven't actually got a YouTube account to be able to comment, why not? Leopard print onesie. Well, you know what? If we'd have actually done the quiz on Star Wars Day, I would have worn my Chewbacca onesie. I still kept the bow tie. Still made sure I wore that. Maybe next time. So, we are at 8:10. And we will make a start in the next couple of moments. So make sure you're heading over to that answer form on the description. Get it loaded up. The rounds tonight then, we've got 5 rounds as always. 5 rounds of 10 questions each, or 10 things each. The first round is going to be our Blockbusters round. So in the good old style of Blockbusters, because I was in school a little bit earlier this week, and they actually had the Blockbusters board game. And I was like, oh, this is great. So that gave me the inspiration for this round. So we've got a Blockbusters round. The next round is called What Is It? And it's a round of extreme close-ups. So I have closed in. I say I have closed in. I have stolen from the internet a lot of close-ups of various household objects. This was a round that was actually requested by Scott. So we're going to do extreme close-ups. You have to tell me what it is. I am going to give you a bit of time between each one because last week James was complaining that the mashed up celebrity faces was a little bit too quick. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to work out what each one is, but I am not going to repeat them. So you will have 30 seconds for each one. There will be no going back to seeing them again. Okay, so we then have the music round because, again, that was requested that we do the music round. I believe it was Mark Oliver who said he loved it, he enjoyed the music round and would like it to hear it again. So I have got the trusty penguin kazoo that makes me look just like a penguin. So we've got the music round coming up, 10 songs of which I have actually practiced them a few times today, and I will definitely not forget how the tune goes. We then have the Who Said It, Boris or Donald. So I have got 10 quotes, and you will have to simply choose which one of those two distinguished fellows said each one. And then the last round, it was requested a while ago that we do a cheese round. I mean, it was hard to find a round that involved cheese, but I feel like I've managed it. So tonight's last round is called Cheese or Services. All you have to do is listen to the name and tell me if it is a cheese or if it is a service station. So I am going to bring my mic in a little bit closer because I've had a message saying it's a bit quiet. First off then, am I coming through okay? Can you all hear me loud and clear? Brain, is there a fridge break between each round? Yes, there probably will be because I myself am going to also need to get a drink because that music round every week kills me off. So yes, there will be a brief fridge and pee or a poo break after every round. Cheese is evil? Cheese is evil? Cheese is not evil. Okay, so Edam is round. It's also made backwards. So there are 19 of you so far who have joined us tonight. 19 teams, 19 representatives. If you do enjoy the video tonight and you do like it, do remember to like and subscribe. Every single like helps. I could put on this whole kind of sob story where I basically say Leigh has been starving and living on the streets for 20 years. All he needs is 1,000 likes on YouTube and he can have another meal and he can survive another day. So just one like from you and one subscription could feed this oversized quizmaster for another day. Guinness from the can. Not tonight. Tonight, I am keeping it stylish and having a non-generic, carbonated, sugar-free beverage from the can. Over Macho Grande. Mark's comments about cheese are his personal comments and do not represent the team. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's true. If you are lactose intolerant, cheese is very evil. But then, I suppose, for me, if I was lactose intolerant, it'd still be worth it. I'd still try it. Worth the risk. Oh, Mark, I realise you have a huge dislike for cheese here. I would like to say I'm very sorry. And I hope you get better soon. Right. So, I've had a message come through that Sam is watching. Sam and David, hi, good evening. You should be in the comments section. I realise that like your YouTube tech is extremely low because you've already sent 18 different help me messages. But get commenting. Let people know you're here. And that bunny mascot that you've got with you, I would like to post it in the Distinct Gaming group, please. Don't just send it to me. Got to get it shared in the public, get everyone to see it. Right then, we're going to make a start because the numbers have bumped up. We've had plenty of time. Let's get going. So the first round is the Blockbusters round. You will already see on the answer form I have given you the letter, and that's only because I am from Ilkeston and nobody ever understands what I'm saying when I try and say a letter. So, the first question of the first round in Blockbusters. What B goes after string, French, and runner? So that is question 1. What B goes after string, French, and runner? The theme tune. You've missed the theme tune. The theme tune was on the countdown. That's been and gone. What B goes after string, French, and runner? I am going to do a very quick PSA before we carry on. At the moment, we are currently dog sitting for the next couple of weeks, and at any point during the kazoo round, I may drive a cockapoo completely crazy, so I might have some accompaniment, just to warn you. Question number 2. Question 2. What H was the place where Harold II lost his life? What H is the place where Harold II lost his life? Is the answer form case sensitive? No, it isn't, Luke, but it is spelling sensitive. So you do have to ensure, please, that you check spellings. And likewise, as I always say, don't Google the answer. It's just poor show. It's not needed because it's just a bit of fun. Yes, Mark, it may be a trick question because it was near there, but I directly stole it from the actual game. So, as I was playing the game in school last week, that question was on there and I quickly wrote it down to bring it home and do it. So I'm going by what Bob Holness said. Question 3. What G is a town and county in the Republic of Ireland on a bay of the same name? What G is a town and county in the Republic of Ireland on a bay of the same name? Question 4. What N do you lose when your courage goes? What N do you lose when your courage goes? Do I know that Bob Holness was the first person to play James Bond? That's a fascinating fact. No, I did not. However, I do remember the Robinsons squash adverts when it was the Who Killed Bob Holness story. And even now, I can't even remember who it actually was. Mark would have emailed in a complaint. Fair enough, Mark. I mean, it's the wording of it, really, isn't it? You know, they probably think that that's the most memorable place. That's why they want that as the answer. What N do you lose when your courage goes? Monkey Crossers. Do you happen to have a photo of yourself with him? It seems like this is going to be an ongoing thing every week now. Okay, question 5. What U is the inferior competitor in a contest? What U is the inferior competitor in a contest? I'm not going to lie. I absolutely love all of the DG communities. Absolutely everybody in every DG community. But I'm really starting to love you guys in the comments community as well. The quiz community is becoming vastly as funny and as good as every other community here at DG. Number 6. What J developed from ragtime in the USA? What J developed from ragtime in the USA? Question 7. What B goes after commercial, high street, and merchant? What B goes after commercial, high street, and merchant? Luke giving the game away there for one of the questions. Number 8. What S gives Popeye his strength? Nice easy one there. What S gives Popeye his strength? Soy sauce. Sausages. That's right, Luke. Only if you know. And if people don't know, it's a tragedy, because that show was one of my favourite comedy sketch shows of the 90s. That and Big Train, which was also fantastic. Question 9. What D is conversation between two or more people? What D is a conversation between two or more people? Again, be careful with that spelling. And the last one for the Blockbusters round. What L was the British-born half of the comic duo who kept getting his partner into another fine mess? What L was the British-born half of the comic duo who kept getting his partner into another fine mess? So I am very, very quickly going to sweep through those 10 questions again, and then we will have a very quick run to the fridge break, and we will move on to round 2. So we have, what B goes after string, French, and runner? What H was the place, or near the place, where Harold II lost his life? What G is a town and county in the Republic of Ireland on a bay of the same name? What N do you lose when your courage goes? What U is the inferior competitor in a contest? What J developed from ragtime in the USA? What B goes after commercial, high street, and merchant? What S gives Popeye his strength? Not steroids. What D is conversation between two or more people? And what L was the British-born half of the comic duo who kept getting his partner into another fine mess? Okay, so we'll have a small 1-minute interlude to give people time to run to the fridge. Possibly myself included, to be fair, because we're not even at the music round yet, and I'm already feeling it. So, 30 seconds, folks. Get those answers down. And then when you click next, it will take you to round 2, which will be our What Is It round. So, see you in a moment. Those who are still here, just talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to run off and get a quick drink. Okay, Luke, if it's a totally different program to what I'm thinking of, then at the end of this, nearly showed off the brand I'm drinking from. We'll have to compare notes on which programs we're thinking of later. Okay, so while people are running to the fridge frantically and then getting back and scrambling back, ready to start round 2. I think you really have gone off on a tangent with this. I don't quite know where where people are running with it all. So let's move on to extreme close-ups. Okay, so we have 10 household objects. Again, spelling is important where possible. I have put some alternative spellings down and alternative words down because there may be some dispute over what a couple of them are. So I have tried to prepare for all eventualities. So, we're going to move on to the extreme close-ups. Okay. So, question number 11. What is this? Incidentally, can I just say, Scott, how amazing are those transitions now? And how smooth. What is it? What is it? What could the object be? What is it? What is it? What could the object be? If it wasn't for the risk of being breached by copyright, I'd have had the countdown 30-second music playing at this point. Okay, so James, I haven't taken any photos of you, so it definitely is not that. Okay then, the next object. What do we have here? The background pants of a tired out dog slowly fill the room. And Lindsay's brought Pablo in with her as well. Oh dear, that's aiming straight from my head. Do you know what, James? You're quite right there. I've actually got someone who I'm going to call upon, I think, to do the countdown music. It's the same guy who did the birthday music for us last week. For anybody who hasn't seen the 4th birthday celebration video, do please check it out here on the channel. I actually, even though I put it together myself, I do have to say it represents the real rocking out communities we have here at DG. So, what is this thing? Your time is about to be up. And time is up in 3, 2, 1. Here is number 13. What is the object? What could it be? Stick around after the quiz, you'll find out from Leigh. So far we've got the Manchester Massive in the house. We've got Heathfield Massive represent. We'll find out afterwards where people are from when we finish the questions and we have our little bit of downtime. We'll find out where people are from. Okay, number 14. What is it? What could it be? Ten more seconds. And the next one, number 15. Sorry, James, I should have asked your permission before I took a photo of it. Instantly, the doctor says it's not infected. It just doesn't look normal. Fortunately, Scott and Jane, it's not mine. It's far too small. Incidentally, Scott, are you just on Jane's account, or is it the pair of you doing the quiz tonight? Because I'm not sure who I'm saying hello to here. Okay, folks, we're ready. Number 16 coming up. What is it? Ah, fair enough, Scott. That explains it. Ah, fair dues. Well, hi to the pair of you then. And if Karma's actually awake now as well, hello to Karma. Okay, what is it? What could it be? You've only got a few more seconds before we head on to number 17. And there we have it. I think along with number 13, this is probably one of the easiest ones to work out. I never have any authority over the sofa in my house, Scott. Two-seater sofa, but I always seem to end up in a chair. Okay, we're ready. Moving on to number 18. In 3, 2, 1. At this point in time, I will also say when we get to the end of the quiz and you do go and look through all the answers and the results, if you do have any disputes over the answers and the questions, once again, I ask you to carefully write down all complaints and file them in the receptacle located outside of your house, and our collection people will pick them up throughout the week and deliver them directly to us. I've given you a little bit longer on this one because I think, for me personally, this one was the trickiest one. And on we go now to number 19 in 3, 2, 1. I will point out, Luke, question 18 is probably not what you think it might actually be. Well, then again, maybe it is. Who knows? But this is number 19. And remember, if you have missed any, we are not going back. And then last of all, the one that visually might be tricky, but for me personally is just totally putting me off because of a single hair in the shot. What is it? But more importantly, why did they take a photo of it with a hair on it? I mean, look at it. It's a white hair as well. Or is it a nail? Can't quite work it out. But either way, that's all I can see when I'm trying to work out what that is. Okay, so when I press onto the next picture, it should be question 1 again. But that will be for when we go through the answers later. So for now, that is all the time we have for that round. Oh, look at that, and it worked. Hey! Hi, welcome back. Right, very quickly, sneakily put my keyboard back, as that is no longer required for the time being. Okay. We're going to have a very brief break again, give you a chance just to quickly argue, fight, discuss, share ideas of what you think those 10 objects are. So while everyone's having a quick mosey on through, I'm gonna throw out some questions. Some people who are here because I mean, I know there's a few new faces in tonight. Obviously, Lolly had pointed out it's her first evening joining us today. She's been slaving like an overworked dog. Just getting lots of supplies out to people over at Boots. So hi Lolly, good evening. Is it yourself and Will, or is it just you? Or is it just you and Banjo joining tonight? Paddy, why the breaks? It's not me, mate. I'm grand. I can keep going. People keep wanting fridge runs. That's why we're having very short breaks. Yes, Scott, my laptop keyboard that's attached to my PC. Yes, Bryn requested fridge runs and fridge breaks. However, we are going to run straight into the music round in a moment. All three. Hi, Will. Hi, Lolly. And hi, Banjo. Team Macho Grande are hitting the beer fridge. They're going to take a shot every time I touch my face. And every time I R or they're going to finish their drink. So we'll get on. So we've got the music round. 10 songs. Again, spelling is going to be very important in this. So do try to spell them correctly. There's no accounting for my musical taste, though, or my musical sense, because this thing is horrendous when it's in my mouth. And I realise what I just said. So we're going to get started with number 21. And I'm prepared for some canine accompaniment when he wonders what on earth is going off and starts to howl and yell at me. So let's brace ourselves for some fun and frolics. The first one. He says no to that one. How to break a dog in the several notes. So that was number 21. As Lindsay very frantically in the background ghosts across the back of me and legs it outside with a canine accompaniment. Nope, I just need the song. Sorry, folks, just the song, not the artist. If you put both, I'm not sure if it'll tell you if it's right or not. So if you just stick to the song itself, then that's all I need. Incidentally, the Pablo, who's joining us for a little while as we dog sit, is actually far more musical than I am. He was more in key than I was. The Ghost of Linz. Correct. And Dog Opera in B flat minor. I was trying to think of a really clever song name that involved a dog, but I've just gone a blank completely. I'm barely remembering how these 10 songs go. Number 22. Do you know what? All the dog songs are coming out now, and you're all coming up with them. Because, unlike me, you lot aren't currently stressing out at the fact that you're in front of a lot of people trying to do a music round. And my mind went blank, okay? So that was number 22. I can't even give you a clue as to how to write that answer, but I have tried to think of every possible way in which you might answer that one. Who kicked the dog out? Incidentally, it was Lindsay, who had a very brief cameo. 23. I feel like dropping that kazoo down is like a mic drop every time, but it's actually genuinely just so I can put it down for a bit. Alright, let's do the dog songs now. Crikey. Okay, that was number 23. Every time my throat just starts to hurt by this point. And we're only 3 in. Got to put yourself into your music, you see. The passion. Number 24. I'm simply giving you the riff for that one because, I mean, if you don't get it from the riff, I despair at you. Your funeral song, Leon, and it was also one that I put in the short running for my wedding song. Luke, 3 notes really is all you need. It's like every emo kid only needs to hear a G. Oh, Paddy, how can you not get that one? Oh, I'll give you a clue. Little Nicky. Right then. Number 25. This one is the one that I feel personally is the hardest one that I actually tried to do earlier on. Let's see how number 25 goes. Taste? Oh, Paddy. Not called Taste. That was number 25. Number 26, again, you are only getting the riff. You gotta try and work it out from that. If I do any laughing, then it will give away what it is. I'm not going to give anything away. Okay, number 26, the riff. Chewy, pull up. You're not doing much good back there. Maybe I should just do the countdown tune with a kazoo. That was not a question. That was not one of the questions. Don't put countdown as an answer to anything. So the one I did a minute ago was what was was literally about to be said as the answer then. It was number 26. Wow. Well done, Leigh. So, It really is difficult to try, and it's tricky. 27. Again, it's just going to be the back in. But again, if you don't get it from that, I'll shake my head at you and wag my finger. For me personally, I felt the Fear Factory cover was much better than the original. I really did nearly give it away. I see. For the White Chicks flashback, it will always be Terry Crews, 500 miles. No, 1,000 miles. Oh my word. Yes, Terry Crews dances to the Proclaimers. Oh, I'm glad that I'm not the only one that felt the Fear Factory version was the best version. Even though it actually featured the original singer as well, I just think it's such a tune. And I still play their Obsolete album even now. Such a classic. And it takes me back to the WWF watching days. Okay. 28. 28. Let's do this. I haven't heard Demanufacture. I'll have to give it a listen. But when I tried to explain to James that I used to listen to a lot of Fear Factory, he never actually believed me. Feel like I need to get myself loosened up a bit and get into the rhythm of this next one. Did you happen to go to school with them as well, Mark? Okay, number 29. That was a really easy one. Clearing throat, not COVID. Yep, I did that to you. You have literally just been rolled. But actually, that was also the genuine question as well. That wasn't a cheeky roll in that wasn't the right answer. For shame! Shame! So that was number 29. Gather my breath for number 30. We're going to slow it down a little bit. got to really throw yourself into your art with this. Clear my throat, not COVID. I am really not going to keep going, Paddy. That was number 30. And that's me done. Incidentally, I could actually hit the notes better. I could hit the notes better with the kazoo than I can when I try and do it for real. Clearly my humming is better. Okay, so I am going to pause and have a drink. I am going to move on to round 4, which I forgot to rename on my sheet. It still says real names or not, but it's not. It's Boris or Donald next. So, Boris or Donald is coming up very shortly. Bryn, do you need to run to the fridge again, or can we go for it? If you're getting through your drinks as quickly as that, you really must just be this quiz must get better the drunker you get. Intermission. Oh. Intermission. Okay, that's it. That's going away now, and that's probably not going to be back for a while because I've done too many music rounds in a row. So that's going to get scrapped. Incidentally, if you do have a suggestion for a round you would like to do, feel free to pop us a message on. Oh man, I'm just necked myself on this. Do feel free to pop us a comment or a message or send something over to us and make a request because. We don't want to keep rinsing the same rounds over and over again because, let's face it, we're going to be here for a while. So we may as well mix it up with something different every time. And we do like to take on board what you lot like to request as well. Gives me a challenge to try and think of new things as well. So, we are now going on to Who Said It? Boris or Donald? And I've made this even easier for you now because all you have to do is pick which one. So, a connections round. Ooh, I like the sound of that. I nearly did a connections round in the Blockbusters. I was going to try and link the Blockbusters into a connections round. So, I'll work on it. As for Don't Stop Believing in the kazoo round, I will take that on board, but that's now an answer that everyone's going to be looking for, and I won't be doing that anytime yet. So, I'll give the signal that the music round is finished, and therefore our canine friend may return to the hizzos. Right then. So, who said it? Boris or Donald? So, number 31. Certain guys tell me they want women of substance, not beautiful models. It just means they can't get beautiful models. Certain guys tell me they want women of substance, not beautiful models. It just means they can't get beautiful models. Oh, Vic Reeves club singing round. Oh, that's actually quite a good idea. I like that one. Trouble is, without the context of shooting stars, everyone would just think he's having some kind of a weird seizure because he's punched up doing the arms and everything. Certain guys tell me they want women of substance, not beautiful models. It just means they can't get beautiful models. So the general consensus is that next week turns into shooting stars. The dove from above. Beckon down that dove from above. Okay, number 32. My policy on cake is pro having it and pro eating it. My policy on cake is pro having it and pro eating it. And that is actually one of the questions. That's not just me making a bold statement, which actually is pretty accurate. So number 32, my policy on cake is pro having it and pro eating it. I will definitely have a look at that you just recommended there, Luke. I will have a nosy. I do remember when they did the crow from below. For the last time for number 32, my policy on cake is pro having it and pro eating it. Number 33. Me too, Leon, me too. Number 33. I'm the least racist person you have ever interviewed. I'm the least racist person you have ever interviewed. Who said it? True or false? Jeremy Irons? Number 33. I'm the least racist person you have ever interviewed. I have actually taken the answers off this particular sheet because I don't want to try and almost do it in their accent because I don't want to give away who said it. Number 34. My speaking style was criticised by no less an authority than Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was a low moment, my friends, to have my rhetorical skills denounced by a monosyllabic Austrian cyborg. Around on dinosaurs. I will do number 34 again. My speaking style was criticised by no less an authority than Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was a low moment, my friends, to have my rhetorical skills denounced by a monosyllabic Austrian cyborg. Extreme close-ups of children's TV characters. Do you know what? I actually quite like that extreme close-ups round, and I may well do that. I think the extreme close-ups round will be around for a while because there's a lot of different things I could do it for. Oh, another one who knows shooting stars. Fantastic. Berry. He's a baby. He's a baby. Last time for number 34. My speaking style was criticised by no less an authority than Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was a low moment, my friends, to have my rhetorical skills denounced by a monosyllabic Austrian cyborg. Number 35. Exams work because they're scary. Exams work because they're scary. Exams work because they're scary. Bryn, the photo needs posting in the community group if you really are wearing a baby grow. Please censor it if needed. Number 36. Show me someone with no ego and I'll show you a big loser. Show me someone with no ego and I'll show you a big loser. Show me someone with no ego and I'll show you a big loser. It's like one of those really like playground insults. You big loser. I know you are, but what am I? Number 37. Oh, it's ironic because it's happening right now with me. I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Who said it? I have never seen a thin person wearing? I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Cheers, Boris or Donald. I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Number 38. Face it, it's your own fat fault. Face it, it's all your own fat fault. Oh, they really should make a cartoon of those two. Put them in a room together. Face it, it's all your own fat fault. Oh man, it's snort-worthy this next one is. I love it. And I wrote these. I really shouldn't be breaking at it. Number 39. I have a great relationship with the blacks. I have a great relationship with the blacks. Oh dear. Yeah, do you know what? I think Dumb and Dumber's giving them too much credit. Oh. Number 39. I have a great relationship with the blacks. Oh man. Oh. Once again, hysteria hits Leigh, and he starts laughing at ridiculous statements. And number 40. In life, you have to rely on the past, and that's called history. In life, you have to rely on the past, and that's called history. The question is, was that said by a man who points or by a man who talks with his fist? In life, you have to rely on the past, and that's called history. I tell you now, as a nation, in life, you have to rely on the past, and that's called history. Okay, that brings us to the end of round 4, which takes us into round 5. And this is cheese or services. So I'm going to give you a name. Once again, you just have 2 choices. You have to choose one. Is it a cheese or is it a service station? Cheese or services? I will do the same as I did before with the Boris or Donald. I will give you the name 3 times before we move on to the next one. Okay, so number 41, Knutsford. Knutsford. Is Knutsford a cheese or a services? Yeah, Luke. Getting creative with these rounds now. Knutsford. Number 42. Waldo Smog. Waldo Smog. Sorry, Bryn, you didn't get a fridge run for this one because we're so close to the end. Before we give answers and go through results, you can have a cheeky fridge run then. So number 42, Waldo Smog. Number 43, Peas Pottage. Peas Pottage. Don't worry, Bryn. You're nearly there. Just fight on, my friend. Soldier through. Together, soldiering through together as a community, we can fight this quiz. And we can all save lives. So 43, Peas Pottage, cheese or services. Number 44, Ticklemore. Is Ticklemore a cheese or a services? Ticklemore. There are just three things I need you to do tonight, Brim. Soldier on, finish the quiz, get drink. So number 44 is Ticklemore, a cheese or a services? 45, Beanley. Beanley. Is Beanley a cheese or a services? Beanley. Monkey Crossers, I'm sorry, but now is not the time for us to relax on running for beers after every round. Number 45, Beanley. Number 46, Cobham or Cobham. Cobham. Is it a cheese or a services? Cobham. Stay alert. Finish the quiz. Run for beers. "46 is Cobham. I love how we're all just getting a discussion about how alert we are about needing to run for beers. Number 47. Cherwell Valley. Cherwell Valley. Is it a cheese or a services? Cherwell Valley. Cherwell Valley. Spelt C-H-E-R well. So it could be Sharewell, I suppose. Whether I'm looking on a map or in the dairy aisle, I wouldn't really worry about what it's pronounced as. 48. So number 47, sorry, was Cherwell Valley. 48 is Spenwood. Spenwood. Is it a cheese or a services? I realised after I spelled out Cherwell Valley, it was really irrelevant at the end of the day. Half of these are just random names I found for cheeses and random names for services, and then pushed them together and made a round out of it. Because as I always say to people, general knowledge is irrelevant in my quizzes because it's always ridiculous. Number 49. Leigh Delamere. Yes, I had to use my own name. Spelt my way as well. Leigh Delamere. Is Leigh Delamere a cheese brand or a services? Leigh Delamere. Leigh Delamere. And the last one before Bryn and Mark get to have their final gasps and leg it for their beers in the fridge. A nice easy one to finish, but I picked it because I like the name. Slack my girdle. Slack my girdle. Is slack my girdle a cheese or a services? Slack my girdle. So, there we go, folks. That is the 50 questions, the 5 rounds. We are done. We are through. We are finished. You now have 10 minutes to click back and go through any of those rounds you might not have been sure of. Let's face it, it's ridiculous anyway. It doesn't matter. But you have got some time now to submit your answers, run to the fridge, go for a quick wee or a poo. And then we will go, well, we'll look at the results. We'll check them out, see how people have done. You'll know how you did, but you won't know how everybody else did. Please remember to put your names and your team name, because I do like to know who's in which team. So stick that on. So you have a little bit of time to find it while I quickly load up the forms, because just like last week, literally people were hitting go more or less straight away, and it was actually quite interesting because answers were rolling up straight away. So, they have already started coming in. So the average score so far is 34 out of 50. So we'll see how it goes when everything starts to come in. So some have started to roll in already. Grab yourselves a drink. We'll have 5 minutes. Feel free to drop some comments in. Do tell me where you are at the moment. I know a lot of people already have told us where they are last week, but it's been a week and some of us do forget. I do know we stretched over to Scarborough, Manchester, Peterborough. We were way down south at one point as well in Windsor. So wherever you are, and local places like Derby, and literally 2 doors down from here. So wherever you are, shout up. Let us know where you are. Did you have any pre-quiz snackage with you? Snacks. Any pre-quiz snacks or during? Did you have any snacks during the thing? What did you have? How are you? I know we put a video up the other day on our Facebook page. We do have all these regular things we do where, we try to keep you entertained and posted on things we're doing. But, given everything that's going on, are you okay? Simple as that. Now's a good chance to, if you want to just have a little bit of interaction with people, go for it. Have a chat with everyone. We're all friends now. We've cozied up and done this for 7 weeks. Okay, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this as well. So, question 2 of your answers, the song one with the punctuation issues and the tooled close-up where I put the word monkey in front. Okay. Did they not mark them as right? Thank you very much for joining, Zach. I'm sorry that you've got to go now. But thank you very much for joining us anyway, and I will speak to you soon, my friend. I think most people's Sims families are getting out more often than them. Talk to you soon, Zach. Myself and Zach have been dabbling with a lot of Sea of Thieves recently. We've done a lot of sinking of other people's ships, as well as setting our own ship on fire. So I will no doubt see you soon, Zach, when we burn our ship down once again. So, Leon, those 2 questions that you got wrong, is that the answer form basically being a bit of a pain and not letting you have them? Because it should have let you have the answers. If that's the case, then we know to add them on. It shows me what you put anyway, so it's fine. To be fair, seriously amazing guessing is all it really takes, because it's 50-50 for the last 2 rounds. You literally just had to guess. I'll have a quick look at yours, Leon, while we're on. It'll give you a chance to have a nosy. All the responses are flocking in. Right, so let's review some answers. Who are you? Who are you? Let's find you. Oh, the House of Pain! I do like that name. The House of Pain. This is really annoying because I have literally got to scroll right to the bottom now of every single one to try and find which one's you, Leon. I hope you appreciate this. I've got a lot to go through. The Royals back in his house with their responses. There we go. Honestly, we don't have a clue. Let's see what it did to you then. Right, so... Okay. Right, I did actually put... it's because you put a full stop at the end of the song, Leon. But I am going to correct that, because I can change it. Bosh. Results changed. And the other one you're disputing is that one. You know what? You have actually got it right, because you did put the other word in there. Okay, so now, Leon, your score has changed. Don't know if it will refresh for you, but your score has now changed, I believe. James, you got one wrong that should be right. Right, now I've got to try and find yours as well. Oh. All these people complaining. I should have got it right. Right, who's Corona the Barbarian? Because A, that is a brilliant name, but B, you haven't put your names on there. Oh, the Lunds, you got 5 wrong. That should be right. One spinning, one to right, okay. Well, it's because it's your nerves, isn't it? You don't have a nerve. You don't tell someone I've lost my. I suppose, yeah. You don't say I've lost my nerves. I've lost my nerve. But all right, we can correct it. That's what it's all about. Right, Lunds. I'm already on yours and I've found it. So I am going to already alter yours and tell you that you've definitely got those 2. I'm assuming it was objects that you've then gone for. Oh, okay. There. I think that is the 5 you were talking about. Yours should now be updated. Okay. See, this is a learning curve for all of us, folks. This is a learning curve for all of us. There goes my microphone. Okay. Oh! Let's put you there. I've just literally knocked my entire wonderfully made stand over by elbowing it off the table. Do you know what, folks? I realise that there are a few corrections to do, and I will go through them and alter them before I put the final results up tomorrow. But I do appreciate that this is the first time I've dabbled with this new layout. So I will go through it and I will correct them and I will read these comments where you've all pointed out the ones that you've said. So if that's okay with you guys, I won't do them now, but we will look at the scores tomorrow. I just wanted to give you an idea of what we can do and how we're changing it and working on it and tweaking it. But I will go back through them all, I will correct them all, I will sort them all, and I will do it. Okay. This is the first time we've dabbled with this layout where it actually gives you the answer straight away. I'm glad you thought it was better, Paddy. I was talking to James about this and I said we've done this 6 times at that point. I think it's nice if we can actually get people to have the answers there and then in front of them. I think it's helpful for you guys because you get instant kind of idea of what you put, because I know sometimes some people have forgotten what they put. So I know it's helpful in that sense. It just needs a little bit of tweaking, a bit of changing, and it'll be a lot smoother next time. Incidentally, the next quiz is next Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So if you can join us then, that'd be great. However, for those of you who are now sticking around, I am not doing an additional kazoo round because the dog is now settling and I don't want to drive him mad again. Okay, so for those of you who have stuck around, I would like to show you something we are very excited about. First off, I'm going to remind you all that we have got the art competition. It is a £40 voucher for DG. We're already open and taking orders online anyway. We always can place orders for people if there's something that you want. A lot of our distributors are slowly starting to open again now, so we can take orders. So actually that voucher can be used anytime, even though we aren't physically open. The closing date is the 15th, so you do have 5 more days before the deadline, which is this Friday, when we will then collate together in similar style to the answer form we've done tonight. It'll be each picture that's been submitted, and you will vote for the one that you think or you feel is your personal favourite, and that household will get the £40 voucher. So the person who created that image or their parental representative will get that £40 voucher, and that print of Boba Fett that was donated by Paul Malone, of which I am very quickly going to run and get. And I've run to get it because I personally think it's a fantastic piece. I've actually got one on my wall, but this one is actually signed by the man himself. It keeps disappearing into the background. That's not very helpful. There we go. So, signed by the man himself. Even I've not got a signed version of it, but it's a fantastic piece. And it's, you know, if it's not for you yourself, there'll be lots of people who I'm sure would love to receive that as a present. And as well as a £40 voucher, what more can you say for absolutely zero entry fee? Who does a competition where you can win £40 and they don't charge you a fee to take part in it? It's all free. It's part of our birthday celebration. We wanted to celebrate with you by giving a gift to you guys, by you helping us out, by giving us some nice artwork to put up. So, we're going to very quickly go over some answers, but first, before we do that, we've got another unveiling to do. So we have celebrated our birthday and we are currently obviously closed. So we thought this would be a fantastic time for us to look towards the future of DG. For those people who've been with us from the very beginning, you'll remember our humble beginnings at DG1, that very small little place. And then we moved on to DG2, which was when we got bigger and better, and where we are right now. So we're thinking ahead now to the future and our upgrade, because it's always a good time to upgrade. And so I would like to officially reveal to you DG 3.0. The location at the moment is obviously still here. We haven't gone anywhere. We are still us, but we are going to have a little bit of a facelift. Some of you were very sharp and noticed the other day we were messing about on Facebook. But I can now officially show you what DG 3.0 is all about. And the reason we're here now, and this is the serious moment now, the reason we are here, the reason we do this, the reason we are still DG and we do what we do is because of you. You guys are the ones that keep our doors open. And it's not because you come in and spend money with us. That helps, that pays our bills, but it's the community that is what's important to us. You guys are the forefront of everything we do. From the moment we opened our doors, we did an interview with the Belper News and we said community was the heart of our store, and it absolutely is. Without you guys, there is no point DG being a DG. We are a game store and we happen to sell things, and you guys are the community that keep us going. And so we've redesigned, we are rebranding, and we are changing our look to focus on that community side. So I hope you like this as much as we do. This is our new... I've just realised I totally fluffed that and forgot to add the audio. Hey, so let's start that again. As you can see, we've gone for a retro look. And don't worry, Scott, I realised I hadn't done it the minute it said no sound. But it gave you all time to have a look and reflect. So we've gone for a bit of a retro look. Me and James instantly fell in love with the font for that. But then we also have you guys, the community, represented. We have 3 people sat around the table, and the empty space at the end is because there is always space for a new person to come and join us in any game we play. And so there we have it, the new Distinct Gaming 3.0 rebrand. Now to top it off, we have also got the ability to get some merchandise. We've talked about merchandising. We have shown some samples using the current logo. And well, t-shirts, hoodies, we can get all those things. So I've cobbled together, I gave you time to have a little nosy at that. We have cobbled together a selection of possibilities that could be available in the DG future. They might not all be possible. We can definitely get you some hoodies. We can definitely get t-shirts. I personally am a massive fan of the good old bum bag, or the fanny pack if you're in America. But we are going to be looking towards offering lots of opportunities for you to represent your favourite friendly local gaming store in lots of different ways. And yes, we may even be able to get pants. We could possibly get DG pants. At the moment, myself and James are doing a lot of work behind the scenes with lots of different clothing companies to get lots of discussion around us, you know, allowing people to be able to order different things that they want. And people have turned around to us in the past and said they would love a DG cap. And personally, we absolutely love the idea that there is a local pub in Belper who actually have their cap go on tour. And they ask people to take photos of the different places around the world where their products have been. And that's what we'd love to see as well, because you guys are the ones who will be wearing them. You are our community and our players. And we want you to be able to see our name and our look out there and about. And we want you to represent us because it's awesome and you guys are awesome. Bryn, to answer your question, baby grows. Yes. Baby grows are a possibility. A certain director of the business who is currently in the process of his other half is cooking one right now. when that little bun pops out of the oven, we are going to make sure that that particular little bundle of joy is rocking something DG from the word go. So they're all some ideas, and they're things that we are looking towards and doing. So once again, that wonderful logo right there that we've been around lots of different designers to try and cobble lots of ideas together, but that was the one that we felt represented us the most, and we all really enjoyed and liked that particular logo, and we hope that you do as well. However, that does cause a problem, because here we are. This is our screen that we've been using for the quiz tonight, and as you can see down here, that's not the right logo. So I would like to give special thanks to Scott, who, as I said earlier, has been painstakingly helping me fix the overlay problem that we had last week. But not only that, he has actually now created this wonderful thing, which is a totally new look for our quiz every week as well. So there we are. Straight off the bat, we have new branding. What makes it even more exciting is that this entire time that we've been talking and showing you this, you won't have realised, but Facebook has just recently had a big facelift, and all the new branding and the new logo is all over that as well. So that is the exciting little bit that we're going to do. However, I am going to now bump us back to the close-ups round, because I'm pretty sure you'll probably want to know what the actual original image looked like. So here we have, obviously you've seen the answers now, you know what each one is, but to see it in its full capacity, and it started again, so I'm going to very quickly tap through them all. We have, of course, the tomato. I had originally just put down that I would accept wrench or, to some extent, spanner. I know it's not a spanner as such, but it looks like one. For those who put monkey wrench or anything like that, don't worry, when I go through it, I will fix it. We have the paper clip, a toothbrush, an apple, a razor, a pencil. I personally actually got this wrong. I just thought it was a ball of yarn. Didn't realise it was a tea bag. Of course, the tip of a pen, or the answer was just pen, but it was a pen and tip. And then that random hair that really distracted me from realising it was an Oreo. So, I'm going to bring it back to our new event. Hi. Once again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It does mean a lot to us that you come out and support us. As I say, there is never any obligation for a table fee. We're just pleased that you are able to come on board and see us and spend some time with us tonight. It's as we saw earlier on tonight, Bojo did tell us all that, you know, for the moment, things are carrying on with a few little bit of relaxers here and there. But as soon as we have any further information as to when we can open our doors to you wonderful people again, we can't wait to celebrate our birthday with you. But for now, obviously, I will be back here again next weekend on Saturday. I look forward to you coming along and heckling, commenting, quizzing, taking part. So it means a lot to myself and to James. And obviously, you know, we hope you're all okay. Don't ever feel like you can't tell us if you aren't, because we all are in the same boat. We're all stuck inside. Not all of us do get to have that wonderful face-to-face interaction that we have. So if ever at any point you do just want to offload to anybody, you always have the good old DG community, because that's what everyone is really good for. So do take care of yourselves. Do look after yourselves. Thank you very much for coming along tonight. It means an awful lot to us. Stay safe, everyone, and look forward to seeing you again soon. But for now, from me, thank you very much and good night.